Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fallout Anomaly. Okay, so we finished up the last episode part way through the Depravity mod, and so it looks like we're going to have to continue along on the journey for the time being in order to, well, to see where this leads. So let's together, you and I, see where this leads. So I've received a little bit of an update from the mod author, rather the Modlist developers. They are currently in the process of working on some updates and some bug fixes and things like that. And so one of the next major updates is going to be around crafting, from what I hear.
I've been admiring your handiwork. We all have.
You put on a good show. Maybe you're not useless after all.
Our new friend surely has some questions. Perhaps we should introduce ourselves.
I don't remember.
Murphy, head upstairs to the top floor. I've got a proposition for you.
And don't worry, we'll play nice this time.
I don't remember when Dogmeat got here. I just reloaded into the game and he was here. So save my game. Okay. Done. Are we hungry, thirsty? I'm still not quite sure how we're supposed to know yet with regards to the advanced needs mod. I have not seen any kind of notification. Either it's popping up and I'm not seeing it, or I'm just not seeing it. We've got a lot of food here that's very highly radioactive, except for the Dunkin' Donuts. Mental health is improved. Consumption level is 3, okay? And let's have some water anyway. And then I suppose we should see about getting through this door here. Aha. Alright, here we go. So we've actually come back to the start. Now, here's what I was thinking of doing. For the sake of not spoiling anything for you guys, or like keeping the spoilers to a minimum, I'm not going to proceed with the Depravity mod for now. I need to change that to this coughing thing. So, you can obviously enter into this world of Depravity at your own pace. And, you know, because we're not really here to explore the Depravity mod in and of itself. We're here to explore the mod list. And I feel like getting too caught up in a specific mod would limit our time to be able to explore the world and get a good feel for the whole mod list. The Modlist authors didn't create the Depravity mod, obviously. They've just incorporated it into the mod list. And we're here for the mod list, not for the mod. Plus, if I play through the whole of the Depravity mod, then it really kind of spoils it for you guys. You don't get to experience it for yourself for the first time. So, we are going to be moving on once again out into the world. I would like Dogmeat to leave and head back to Red Rocket truck stop for the time being. Alright, so let's continue our journey here out in the world and see exactly what's going on here. Now, I don't think we have actually ventured into Concord properly yet, have we? Oh yeah, we have. Yes, we have. So let's keep moving through and just see what's going on here. So we may check out a few of the mods as we go. But so one of the things that I'm kind of coming to realize about this whole, you know, the experience of playing this mod list on the channel. There are updates in the works, and one of the next updates, as explained earlier, is going to be something to do with crafting, which essentially means quite often throughout this series I'm probably going to have to start again, right? And I knew that walking in, but I've come to realize that to get too deeply invested in one character or a particular goal within the game world at this point is probably not wise, because we will be investing all of our time gathering loot, gathering supplies. Let's say we want to build a settlement, and then within possibly a couple of weeks from now we will have to start again because the update will require a new game. So we're going to be dropping this idea of really developing a character here for now, and we're just going to get out here and explore what the game world has to offer.
So what's your story? Looking to trade? Rob me? Or just ask directions to Diamond City? Looking to trade? Rob me? Or just ask directions to Diamond City?
I mean, what's this Diamond City thing?
Directions. Figures. Just keep going until you see the skyline. Cross the river. You'll find the Great Green Jewel just inside the city limits.
Now, can you kill... Oh, she hands me a...
Hiding this time.
Hands me a flyer for the left field. We've reached level 5. Okay. So yeah, rather than get too, you know, attached to the idea of having specific objectives, let's just explore the world for now.
I ain't giving you poison shilling chem pushers anything. You know what that junk has done to my boy?
He bought them fair and square, Trudy. Ain't our fault if he's strung out.
You reckon we can take him out?
Don't make me come in there and shoot up that little trading.
Nice. FNP90. Cool. Okay, this is different. Okay, so I think we've got some sort of... is this bugged, or... Maybe it's supposed to be like this? Yeah, I guess you can kind of get through. Looks a little bit odd.
Never take a hit at Jet again, I swear.
Another board game. Ice Cream Digest. You can now make molten lava wasteland ice cream. Cook the batter in a cooking station and freeze it in the ice cream machine in the 2x2 commercial plot. Okay, so that's got to be Sim Settlements, which is interesting. So this place is obviously very different, and we can't get through here to speak to Judy, which is also interesting. A leather shoulder bag. Alright, so this actually gives us a quite significant boost to our carry capacity. Actually, the one we've got on already gives us 20. Yeah, already gives us 20 resistance, and it gives us a little bit of damage resistance. So we will be dropping that. Increases the wearer's overall... Oh no, that was different. Here we go. Alright, so let's carry on out into the world. We played an episode of Stalker Anomaly quite recently on the channel, just to give us a little bit of a sense of, well, what that game is like.
Need any help on your settlement? Friends say I'm good company, if you don't mind a bad pun.
I'll kill all you pushers.
So obviously this is not Stalker Anomaly, and it's going to be a little bit different. But I think in my own head I'm kind of hoping that it's quite similar. because it's such a great game. Disease cure. So we'll do a little bit of looting as we go, but we won't put too much emphasis on gathering everything. Let's just get out here and explore the world as we go. Okay, we're actually... Where could we sleep? I'll try and find somewhere for us to sleep because this is a bit mental. I think there are mattresses in here. A scavenger. Another scavenger. Spike armor. Let's take a look at this. Gives us really good protection. Lots and lots of supplies here. Yep, so we've got a couple of mattresses here. Plenty of ammo. We've got an AKM. Okay, picked up some cocaine. Alright, let's sleep through till morning. Yeah, so we're just going to kind of drop any objectives with regards to anything that we talked about before. I've had a few little... Okay, that was weird. Contracted bed bugs. Okay, we're hungry and thirsty. I have never in my life had bed bugs in this game or in real life in general. Just thought I should probably make that point clear as well. However, what does that mean? So we're hungry and thirsty. We've got bed bugs. Agility -2 plus periodic damage. We did just pick up some cure, some disease cure items. Cure any non-poison based disease. Cures illness. Let's take this. Yep, so we've cured that. Our antibiotics cured it. Let's have some food. Maybe some Dunkin' Donuts. We've taken care of our hunger. There's something wandering around nearby. So a lot of this stuff, the mod developers, the Modlist developers, are working on some of these tweaks. The loot, they're working on that, making sure the loot's a little bit more balanced. So I know they are hard at work in the background. There are links down below should you be interested in checking out this mod list for yourself. Tell you what, it looks good, doesn't it? It does look good. Also, these are all new locations, new buildings here. If you're reading this, there's been a change of plans. We decided to pay this nice settlement a visit called Alexandria. Okay. So yeah, I feel like it really does make sense to... More antibiotics, that's great. It makes sense to just focus on exploration for now. Once the mod list becomes a bit more refined and developed, then we can start looking at, you know, things like settlement building and character development. But if we're going to get really far into building a character, leveling up, and then inevitably have to restart quite a lot, it just doesn't really make sense for the channel to have that kind of series going on until we're more... Oh, we can unlock a master lock, can we? So we can attempt any lock. It's a lot more like Skyrim then, right? They're just more difficult. I like that. I do. I like that, actually. Yeah, I do. I really like that. Because it allows us to use our actual skill. Nice. You know, I don't think I've ever really unlocked many master locks in this game before. the entire time that I've been playing it. That's a really cool feature. I'd like to know what that mod is so I can make use of it more. Alright, now the lockpick whole deal with lockpicks makes way more sense, right? Awesome. Yeah, I do. I really, really like that feature. 9mm pistol. Wow, quite a bit of good stuff here. Bazooka gun. It's 9 AM. Another AKM. So we will have a quick look here through the weapons that we've got. Switchblade I'm going to keep hold of. The 9mm pistol, I'll drop it. We've got no ammo for it. The Aquila rifle, as cool as that looks. Actually, it's not too heavy, is it? Plus we've got a few extra AKMs here. Let's drop those. The P90 we're going to keep. The Desert Eagle. Wow, look at this thing. It's a silenced... Well, kind of silenced. I think that's silenced. Or it's got some sort of brake on it or something. Oh yeah, oil filter suppressor. Alright, that'll do. We're still underweight. We've got quite a few levels. Let's get one into strength. One into endurance. One into intelligence. And then let's have a little look here. Hide ineligible perks. Hunter. Have we got any ranks in this? I think we've already got one rank in this. Quick learner. 5% more experience for every point you have in intelligence. Let's just throw that in general. And sneak. So let's pop another 10 into there. Survival. Medicine. Let's boost our medicine a bit. And I'd like to also bump up our crafting a little bit. So I think that'll do for now. So far, so good. It's definitely got a lot of differences in comparison to the other mod lists that I've played. It's got enough of a unique feeling to make me essentially want to put this on my list of mod lists that I want to play. You know, I've got a few. Lost World, Stay Frosty, the Frosty mod pack, the Frost mod pack, which I've played before, but I only got partway into a series on it. This one on the list, my own kind of Tarkov gameplay, so I would definitely have this one on the list of mod lists that I wanted to explore and get to know. The rain is chilly, so I'm assuming it's affecting us, making us cold. Things like that, that's all new to me. I've never played a mod list with that kind of behavior, and I'm finding a lot of things like that are occurring. They're new and different to my standard experiences. So that's a good thing, ultimately. I love the guns too, the different weapons that we've seen so far. These zombies are actually pretty tough when it comes to this melee combat. I like how slow they are too. That's a good effect. Alright, cool. So far, so good. Now, one of the things that really stood out to me with regards to Stalker Anomaly, okay, we're actually cold. So it sounds like our character is having a hard time here because of the weather. However, I don't seem to have any kind of indication as to exactly what that means. I don't have any marker on my HUD. I do have an audio indication, but what effect is it going to have? I would assume it would like maybe drop our endurance. So we've got fire support happening here. Endurance, maybe agility. Potentially damage our health if we get too low. So we've got Corvega here. Wow, it's getting dark, isn't it? What time is it? There's some sort of weather effect here that's making it extremely dark. We're just going to keep heading into the city. As I was saying, one of the things that really stood out to me with regards to playing... Oops, wrong thing. Stalker Anomaly recently was that when I play Stalker Anomaly, I feel like my job is to live in the world. I'm a stalker, and so I have a career. This is my career. Wandering the apocalyptic wasteland, searching for anomalies, getting gear, doing random kind of quest missions for people. This atmosphere here is really cool. Now, I've never really got that feeling from Fallout 4, obviously. You are set up as the lone wanderer, right? You're the lone survivor. And you're introduced into this idea that you're just out here in the world and you've just got to survive. So I'm just talking about the mods here. Obviously, there's a story to the main game. Your son is missing, blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows it, alright? I'm talking about how the mod lists that set you up as a survivor in the world, silent protagonist, without drawing you into the main quest. This is actually quite a lot more difficult than normal to hit these guys for some reason. I feel like the length, the reach of these weapons might have been reduced a bit. That's fine. So to try to generate this feeling of you're a stalker in this world. Copyright music. It's just wonderful, isn't it? What happened to it anyway? Okay. Got a weapons workbench here. So there is a mod in here. I don't know what it's called. Oh, what's it called? Guns for Hire. Where you can get a job. Or you can get jobs. You're like a mercenary. So I'm kind of just thinking out loud on this one. But I feel like, with regards to the direction of this list, if the way that the list is established is you're a stalker, you know, like the lore of the list, so to speak. So you play Ground Zero, and you're an operative dropped in the world, and you've got this mission of securing the settlements that have been taken over by zombies. You know, that's the lore, as in L-O-R-E. It's also the lore, as in L-U-R-E, of the list, which makes it very intriguing to play, and it's just a cool premise. I really love, potentially, and I don't know if this is possible, like I say, I'm just thinking out loud, to have this idea of being a stalker out here. Your job is to live in the world. You need to eat, you need to drink. You're going to build a set, you know, you find a settlement to live at, or build your own settlement to live at. And the experience of playing this mod list is one of survival and immersion. Let's have a look up here. You need to live. You got to earn money. You got to buy things. Not only is it a survival as in eating and drinking, but you know, things cost resources. Resources are so rare that you need to buy shipments of things in order to be able to build up your settlement. so you can do jobs. So it's more of a simulator, okay? It's and this is just what's come up for me since playing Stalker Anomaly. Is that's the feeling I get when I play Stalker Anomaly. It's a nuclear apocalypse, paranormal nuclear apocalypse lifestyle simulator. At least that's how I feel when I play it. And it's so attractive as a game world to want to play in. I don't want to play there. I want to live there. I want to have the simulated experience of living in that world, okay? While obviously also exploring the game world itself, building up my resources, gathering my supplies, making my life easier in the world. Fallout 4 always feels a lot more gamey to me. More of a game. And I guess if you can refine that in the mod list, so it feels like more of a simulator, and you have to learn to live in the world, work, make connections, earn your living. So a big focus would be around doing jobs, earning money, buying your food, buying your supplies, as opposed to just finding them everywhere. Or crafting water, crafting food. Okay, growing it, that's fine. Late game. Once you've got a settlement and a farm established, grow your own food. But if that's extremely difficult to do, you need to spend a lot of time buying water, buying food. You need money for that, so you got to work. Or you got to take people out and sell their gear. Anyway, I just really like that as an idea. And in my opinion, that would massively distinguish this mod list with, well, basically all of the other mod lists that you can play in other ways too. As in, it would distinguish it in other ways, as well as how it's already very different with all the quests and stuff. Okay, so I've gone on a little bit of a tangent there. But it's just, I'm just thinking out loud about my experience. Okay, so let's hone in on the game now that we've got that out of the way. I'm hearing an echo. It's extremely difficult here to see. From a game development point of view, like if you go down that road of generating a lifestyle simulator of some sort, nuclear apocalyptic monster Commonwealth survival simulator. Oh shit, we took a big hit there. What's my hotkey? Wow. That was lethal. Okay, so we've spawned a little bit further out of the city, but let's just put a marker down here and we'll head in. So as I was trying to say, from a game development point of view, that idea of being thrust into a world like this and not just having to survive by eating and drinking, but living in the world is extremely attractive, and it's also really good for like a long-term gameplay, you know, in terms of wanting people to play your game and stay in it. I've been playing a lot of Elite Dangerous over the last few years, and that's the same, but it's a spaceship owning simulator. You've got a one-to-one representation of the Milky Way galaxy. You need to earn your living in that world. You got to earn your money, you got to do jobs, whatever they may be. You'd be a taxi, carting people around, cargo, deliveries, mercenary work, bounty work. There's wars between the factions you can get involved in, but you've got to... Okay, it's not survival, but it's a career. You get me? That's the main point. It's a career. And I have never had that kind of experience in Fallout 4. This Guns for Hire mod is the first time I've ever come across it. I saw it in a video once, but I've never played with it. Wow, okay, that's not ideal, is it? Using that many bullets. 25 rounds left. Haven't heard any news yet on getting the infection active, the zombie walkers infection. So we can assume that it's not active here because the mod list hasn't been updated since I installed it. So I think it's potentially a really great kind of thing to focus around, but then the mod list needs to be balanced in a way which makes it impossible to live in the world without cultivating your career. At least early game, and then end game is you've got your own settlement, you've got a farm. It should be hard to grow food, it should be hard to create purified water. You know what I'm trying to get at. And I just think that's a really engaging idea for a mod list. Now we might actually have a look down here this time because we haven't been into the underground yet. Got a light bleed.
Just because we're soldiers doesn't mean we can't.
Oh, okay, we're right near the people here. I don't know if I've got any of these hotkeyed, so let's just do it this way for now. Got a tourniquet, that's heavy bleeds. Got a bandage, okay, it's on 6. Wow, our thorax is badly injured. Let's just hang out here for a second. Like if I had this mindset now of earning money and I'm on a job and I've got a job to do, this is my career here in this world. I think it's really fun and really unique. So anyway, that's that, I think. And depending on how this mod list gets developed, I think that might be how I play it going forward when we're ready to fully dive into like a long-term character development playthrough. Which might be after the next update, depending on how much time is going to be between updates. It's extremely dark in here, isn't it? It's extremely dark. Alright, so we've got a medkit here. Stores HP and AP. We're wet. Cryo resist -10, fire resist +10. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting effect. I know it's extremely dark, guys, but this is what the mod list is, you know, so we've kind of got to work with it. Now, I'm going to assume that the guns for hire thing, I would have to go to Diamond City to activate. I'm not completely sure about that. I could look it up though. It might have already told me, maybe I forgot. Now, I think we might need to clear these zombies here before. Before we head underground. Now, many of us will know the Subway Runner mod, which connects the underground subways across the Commonwealth. So there's an entire, well, you can traverse the entire Commonwealth by moving through the subways. Many people will know about that. It's a pretty old mod by now. It's fantastic though. I don't know if any changes have been made to it. Let's go down and have a little look what's going on down here. This is an incredible atmosphere, this environment. I've been down here a lot in some of the recent playthroughs that we've done on the channel. We did it on Nomad, we did it in our own Zombieland Conquest series, along with Ground Zero. I think we came down here too, so we'll come down here just for a little bit this time and just have a little bit of a look and see if there's, well, what sort of enemies. I'm imagining we've got a lot of zombies down here. Lots and lots of loot there. Gunpowder. So, you know, just saying that to you guys, like, explaining that out loud, as we just did, actually gets me really excited for that as a prospect. And, of course, there's two ways you can go about it, right? You can leave it in as an option. So I can obviously go and become a gun for hire now and do work. And that's an option. It's a choice. Or you can make it fundamental so that it's not a choice. And that's the only way for you to survive in the world for a long time, is to earn your living. Because right now we've got so many supplies. Food and water. We could go and craft a settlement right now. So it's a choice we can make. And of course I could roleplay and pretend and make it so that I can't. Or just choose not to craft anything until we've got enough money and like pretend, which is roleplay, isn't it? Roleplay to me, and I didn't bring this up in the one of the last videos, but I thought I probably should have. You know, you've got the kind of roleplay that's play pretend. You wear a certain outfit in the game and you act like that kind of character. You act like a stalker. But it's pretend. There's plenty of other ways to play the game too. But then there's, well, like a professional, I guess, a proper game that comes out where you choose a career, you choose a skill or a class, and now your character can only operate within the confines of that class, and you can't choose actions or quests or perform gameplay in any way that's beyond your class restrictions. That's not pretend, is it? That's a gameplay path. Or, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't think I've quite got the right words for this, but I'm sure the message is getting across. So as much as like giving the consumer, the player, as much choice as possible can be good in some circumstances. I just think for a Modlist to have that identity at its core, you're a stalker, that's your job. And that's the only way to survive in this world. And then late game, later on, expand the player's choices and allow them to run settlements and You got some settlements here, so you could have massive settlements all over the Commonwealth. Your own kind of Stalker faction, so to speak. Anyway, I don't know how much of this is possible or aligned or misaligned with what the developers are going for here. They might have something totally different in mind, and that's obviously fine. But I'm just kind of speaking out loud about things that I would love to see and what would make me really think this mod list really stands out to all of the others in even more ways than it already does. And what would make me really, really interested in, like, what is it they say? Mainlining this mod list for a while. And really cultivating a character in this world. Anyway, just a thought. Hopefully just a fun thought. And even if it doesn't go that way, I think I will still probably play this mod list with that in mind, because I don't get that anywhere else. I think I will try to roleplay being a stalker or a gun for hire and needing to do jobs to earn money and only buying supplies, only buying ammo, only buying, maybe not ammo because you find ammo, but only buying food, water, decent clothing, decent armor. There are some really interesting mods coming out now around like enhanced survival mechanics. Can I drop all of this at once, or is that not how this works? Let's just drop all this stuff. I know I've been gathering it as we go, but we just don't really need it for the time being. Although those bottles would probably come in handy. Maybe from now on we'll just gather bottles. Alright, so anyway, let's just carry on down here, wandering and pondering and plundering. Not completely sure where I am. I think I've sort of lost track. As I was talking there, I sort of lost track about where I was. But I've just come back to the same entrance, haven't I? So let's try and find a way through, at least to the next station. And that would most likely be this way. Potentially through this abandoned subway. Alright, let's throw down a save here. This is likely to get quite messy. Also, ammo might be a problem for us down here. We've got 25 rounds for this gun. You can't see these numbers down here on the bottom right. I've only got 8 rounds for this gun. I've got 45 rounds for this shotgun here. Robot parts model. Some cocaine, some meth. Drugs all over the place. What happened to that dog? That dog was tough, dude. Okay, I just need to reorganize myself here a bit. Yeah, the more I think about that, and I think about like quest rewards. When you're doing quests in Stalker Anomaly, you're getting paid to do the quests. A lot of the quests in this game you get caps for. You can barter and bargain for caps. So it just, I think, it puts a really nice motive behind a lot of these choices that you make. Are you really going to just wander off into the Commonwealth, randomly shooting things or exploring things, when you can't eat, you can't drink unless you're working? You're doing quests and you're thinking, alright, well, Alright, I'll do this job for you, mate, but you're gonna pay me because I need to eat and drink. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just piss around here because you've lost a locket in a... You've lost a locket somewhere. I'm hungry. I'm thirsty. I need money, right? So maybe it's a good idea. Maybe some people wouldn't like it. I like it. I think it would be cool. And I will definitely be exploring that as an idea. I've never thought about it, you know, with regards to playing this game. I'm just here surviving in the wasteland, right? I'm here surviving, exploring, having fun. But when I play Stalker, I don't have that. I don't get that feeling at all. I feel like I need to live. I need to earn money. I'm trying to live in the world. I'm trying to survive, but I'm trying to thrive. It's a business venture. And so, you know, I'm always weighing up, is it worth taking this job? What's the money here? What's the cost? How much money am I going to spend? Is it going to serve my needs? I need money to eat. I need money to drink. Etc, etc. So yeah, I just think it's a really cool idea, and obviously it's great having the option to do that in this pack. But I can get around it in sneaky ways. You know, there's plenty of food, there's plenty of water, there's plenty of supplies everywhere. I could loot this whole place and just go and sell it all. Which is good as an option, but you don't want that to be like too easy. Just the idea of needing to work is quite interesting to me. Needing to choose what jobs I want to do, and then carefully selecting who I'm aligning myself with, right? Who am I doing jobs for? How much are they paying? Just an interesting idea anyway. I don't think I have many more bandages left, guys. So maybe I shouldn't be messing around with these guys then. I've only got 7 rounds for this gun. I haven't walked back on myself here, have I? No, but I have trapped myself. I feel like that might have been a station exit back there, but we'll just keep wandering this way. I think I did that last time I came in the tunnels in Nomad, the Nomad list. I actually walked past the first exit and carried on even deeper into the madness. Shit. We're not dead, we've just been knocked down. We might be dead in a second. Got a light bleed here. Now that light bleed might heal itself. And I don't know where to go. Lexington subway, okay, cool. Now hopefully they're not going to follow us through, they might do. Oh god, ugh. Uh-oh. I don't think that person knows we're here. Let's, are we bleeding? Bleeding lightly, pain, injured thorax. Sterile bandage, well, get it on. Let's also have a med kit. We've got lots of them. Have 2 of them. Okay, we're pretty lucky there. We managed to get out of that mess. Are we... Oh, we're massively irradiated down here. That's a problem. A heavy bleed. That's a death. That is a death. Okay, back here. Let's carry on. So, I'm definitely going to cultivate this idea more. And going forward, for this list, I will be playing with this idea of a playthrough, a series on the channel where it's job focused, work focused. We can only okay, we might need to do something about our radiation before we go down there. So a roleplay experience where we can only buy food and water. The weird thing about that is, if you're walking around and you're getting access to food and water all over the place, you've then got to ignore those things and sort of... It breaks the immersion, right? So our health is actually not too bad. It just started to get really bad down here, didn't it? What have we got in terms of radiation protection? Even in the sense of drugs or meds. Iodine tablets? Rad resist. Do it. We've also got five levels there. So yeah, I'll put something together in terms of mercenary work, having to do jobs to survive. But it would be nice if the mod list really catered for that and made it very difficult to proceed without getting work. That's brutal. Alright, so we've got our radiation resistance happening here. I might actually just throw in a quick save. Because I think I know where this exit is. Oh god, am I stuck? Oh wow. Okay, I'm not actually stuck. Oh, but we found some stairs, which are blocked. So... see if we can get around here quickly. We don't actually have to rush. We're doing okay here with our radiation resistance. Oh, I was going to say, can I not get up there? Here we go. Alright, we might have made our way through. Oh shit. I'm wobbling all over the place. I'll tell you what, I like the sound of that gun. Really happy with the guns in this list so far. This list has got a lot going for it, that is for sure. One question I have, which potentially the developers can answer, I could ask them this in the Discord, but they will watch this anyways. Oh, what happened? Oh, we get shot in the head then. One question I have is, it would be nice to have a bit of an idea as to how long you are thinking with regards to development of this list. Do you plan on continuing to work on this list for the next year? The reason I ask that is because a lot of these ideas would obviously require a lot of time to implement. But if you're only really planning on working on the list for another few months, I know then making some of these suggestions and bringing these topics up is it's not really going to be taken into account because you've already done most of the work you wanted to do. But you know, if I know and the viewers know that you're prepared to work on this for the next couple of years, potentially, slowly, changing things, altering things, improving things, refining things, then, you know, we know that you can potentially listen to a lot more of the input that we would, well, want to input. So yeah, having a rough idea as to how long you're expecting to work on this list going forward would probably be pretty good for some of us to understand. Hopefully that's not too impactful. What's going on here? I can't see a damn thing. Didn't get too hurt then. Let's just take care of that guy before he wanders up here. Alright, I'll save once we get... We didn't get a bleed or anything then, did we? Nothing. That's good. It's also, as challenging as it is, it's also quite forgiving at times so far. Like, we're not getting a bleed every single attack. We're making it through a lot of these attacks as well, which is good. Good balance in that regard. So remember guys, links in the description for you to check out this mod list yourself. I highly recommend it. Just bear in mind, as you will know, it's a work in progress list. It's actively in development. The mod list developers... Is that a normal person? The mod list developers are watching these videos. Holy smokes. They see all of your comments, they're listening to your feedback, they're implementing new ideas, new mods and changes and things all the time, so that's really great. Now obviously we've got a problem here. Somebody keeps murderizing me and I don't like it. Uh-oh. I've only got 4 rounds left for this gun, so I'm hoping that I've managed to take out those human NPCs. Wow. I don't like that. Also, this is extremely disorienting. I guess that's the point. I think we've had a crash here. Looks like we've got a bit of a problem with whatever mod is knocking us over. And the bleed mod, potentially a zombie mod. Anyway, let me okay, we're at the end of the episode, so while we sit here with this rather disturbing moaning and groaning and growling in our ear, let me just say, it's I'm glad I made the decision to jump out of the Depravity mod. I potentially shouldn't have jumped into that so early in the series, however, we got a little bit of a taste of it. I'm glad we left and continued to explore the world. I am getting more and more interested and excited about exploring this world as we go, realizing that we're not quite ready yet to do a full kind of character series on the channel because the list is still in development, and it would mean we would get partway into a series and need to restart in order to demonstrate all the new updates, which obviously means short-term episodes, short-term series is fine. So for now, we'll just keep putting this series on the channel in little drips and drops, dribs and drabs, so that we can explore what is here and get to know the mod list and see the progress that is made as the updates come through. When we get to a point where really substantial updates are dropped, and it's going to be a long time before another really substantial update, then we can start looking at more in-depth kind of character development. I really love the idea of doing a guns for hire type playthrough. I would love it if the mod list really catered for that, so that it wasn't very easy to survive in other ways, but maybe that's not on the cards, I don't know. I was just kind of talking about my own personal thoughts and feelings around it there. In the meantime, please do consider checking back in again soon. I will do another video on this today, which will be released sometime in the coming week after this video goes out on the channel. So keep an eye out for that, and please remember there are lots of links in the description to this mod list, the mod list developers Discord. Let them know how you feel in the comments down below. Do you have any pointers? Is there anything you would like to see? At the same time, there's lots of links down there too to other playlists, other videos and series on the channel, should you be interested in sticking around on the ChillNPlayGames channel for that little bit longer. Thank you for being here. I will see you again very soon. Goodbye for now.